Welcome back to What in the World. At the end of last week's episode, I just crossed Tobin Lake and began the 4-day trip from Thunder Rapids to the Pa. This section has been in my mind for a few weeks now, just because of how wild and remote it is. So, let's go. So the river here is actually moving quite nicely. It's not flying, but it's enough to give me a good boost. And before I left, Mitch mentioned, the rapids. Like I was like, what do you mean rapids? I didn't read anything about rapids. There was no mention of rapids, and but I think he was talking about what I just went through there, which was just some pretty minor shallow water that it goes over and it just gets a little bit bumpy, but that's it. And there's a few shallow rocks around to avoid, but otherwise, from my understanding, there isn't anything to worry about as far as the river goes. In a couple of days, it's going to start splitting up into all these different fingers, and I have to be careful then about which finger to choose. Obviously, if I choose one, it's going to take me off to a different part of Canada that I don't want to go. I might choose another, but then it gets very shallow, and I might be going in my direction, but it might get very shallow, and I'll end up having to walk and pull my canoe a long way. Yeah, that's not going to be today or tomorrow. I think the day after that I need to start to be a bit careful about which route I'm going to take. Otherwise, it's a beautiful day. The sun is out. There is one place up here called Big Eddy Lodge, which I see on Google. If I had a big day today, I could make it there. I don't even know what's there. I don't know if they're open. I don't know anything about it. I just saw online that in the middle of nowhere, there's a place called Big Eddy Lodge. So I've just caught a little fish. I'm just coming up into a little bit of rough water, so I just need to get through it before I concentrate on the fish. It's not too bad, I just don't want to risk anything for a fish. We're good. Now I think that's either a sauger or it's a walleye. I can't remember, but anyway, it's not a pike. See you, buddy. There's quite a lot of shallow rocks that you don't see at all until you're like really close, except for ones like that. You can see those. There's some of them just a little bit under. Beautiful part of the country. Beautiful. Morning. I got one walleye, but I'm going to Montreal, not fishing. Fishing's a bonus. I think I got a fish on. I think the first one was a sauger that I got, because I think that one there is a walleye. Anyway, not a bad fish. Very good eating, but it's too early in the day for me to keep any fish. I've never seen that before on the trip yet. Just now there was three bald eagles just on the bank over there, just chilling, having some sort of conversation with each other. I am so happy right now. I am so happy right now. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I think it's just that I'm out here by myself. I did pass some people way back, but that was only a few miles out of the campsite. They were just on the edge of the bank there. And I think I'm happy because it's different. Like, even though from here it looks the same in the sense that, like, you know, like nature. And it's been like this the whole way on the river from the very beginning. But I suppose pretty much the whole way I've always known there's nature here, but somewhere behind that nature is something. You know, it's like a farm or something, you know. But here I know that kilometers that way are definitely hundreds of kilometers that way. There's nothing and nobody. So yeah, that just, I don't know, it just feels different. It feels different because I know that. There's just something really beautiful about that. So just there is the old Saskatchewan River. I was told about it a few weeks ago. A guy said to me, what are you going to take, the old Saskatchewan or the new Saskatchewan? So then when I looked it up, that's what he meant. There's a smaller river that goes that way. But when I had a look, that one actually looked prettier. It looked prettier. I don't know, maybe it's not, but it just looked pretty from Google Maps. And it's actually 15 miles longer, because I feel like this is just the one and only time I'm going to be canoeing in this area. I want to stick to the main channel. Plus from here right now it doesn't look like there's much water going that way. I could be wrong though. Anyway, I'm going this way. All right, so it's 10 to 3, and I want to say that I've done about 20 miles today. I haven't measured, but I would be surprised if it's much less than that. Well, there's a camp spot right there. It's pretty much the only one I've seen, but it is 3:45, so I've still got an hour and a half at least of paddle time. So even though that does look like a good spot, I'm going to risk it and keep going. I'm actually like 2 hours away from that Big Eddy Lodge. So I've got my friend Rusty, I just sent him a message on my Garmin, if he could call ahead and see if they've got a spot, like see if they're there, because it's Sunday, so I don't even know if they run like 7 days a week or something, you know, because of where it is. Rusty is gonna call them and see if they're there and see if they've got a spot for me to camp. And he's gonna get back to me on the Garmin. And if they don't have a spot, or if they're not there, then I'll definitely just, as soon as I see the next place to camp, I'll just camp there. And that is my plan. Pretty good plan, actually. Pretty happy with that one. Wait a minute. Were you on like that show Alone?
I'm on the Alone, yes. Okay.
Yeah. Well, because I tried to call you guys yesterday, but the number was disconnected. I said to Stephanie, I tried to call, but it's disconnected. So she gave me a different number. She goes, try that one, but I didn't ring it. But then she told me that the daughter of the owner was on Alone, so it must be you, obviously. I haven't watched the new season, but is it playing now?
It's the new season. It's on episode 4 right now.
So you're not allowed to like tell me how well you did. Come on, I'm filming it. You should have said it. Oh, I love that show. Oh, I'll look out for it. I'll look out for you. Hope you killed a moose or something.
Oh, I can't see it.
All right, cool. Hey, nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
because there's just no reception out here, I just got a message from Rusty and he said he couldn't get hold of them. I just saw them come past in the boat, and they said it's no worries, just go there and there's plenty of places to camp. But she, I think her name is Michaela, and she is on the most recent season of Alone. I watched that show, Alone. It is such a great show. I love it. And so it's funny to bump into one of the current contestants. I tried to get the inside scoop, see if she won it or not, but she's not allowed to tell me. So, oh, and they said there's some paddlers that are paddling upstream. They're coming this way. Screw that. Why would you do that? And that'll be if I see them, that'll be the first time that I've seen paddlers on the river the whole way from Rocky Mountains, which is crazy. There's a big elk over there. Elk, look at me. Thank you. I can see the two paddlers in front of me coming this way. How's it going?
How you doing?
You're going the wrong way.
You're going the wrong way.
At least.
I just went by you up there today.
Huh?
I just went by you up there today.
Did you?
Yeah, in the motorboat.
Oh, on the motorboat.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm with you.
We just live around the corner there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, where are you heading to now?
Huh?
Where are you going?
Oh, just paddling the boat. Exercise.
Oh, and then you're going to go back.
Yeah, I'm just live up there. Yeah.
Are you at the Big Eddy?
Yeah.
I just saw. Are you the father of Michaela? Is it?
Yeah, my daughter. Yeah.
Oh, because I just spoke to her and I was going to come and stay at
Yeah,
the.
just stay around the corner there. Stop there, on that side.
Okay, great.
Just around this bend here.
Okay, perfect.
I'll be shortly. I'm not going too far.
Yeah, no worries. I hear.
Talk to these people here. They're on a big trip right now. So.
Oh, that's them going that way.
Yeah.
Solomon, isn't it?
Yeah, my wife's name's Renee.
Renee.
Yeah.
Oh, her name's Renee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys chose the hard way.
Yes, we are.
Are you camping out tonight?
Okay.
Are you camping out here tonight?
Some of them, yeah.
I couldn't really see a good spot to camp. I would have stopped by now as well, but it's a lot of banks like this.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of that going that way too.
Yeah, I was going to go to the Big Eddy Lodge tonight and then deal with that tomorrow. Yeah. Same to you. Where did you start? Waterhen Lake. Oh, I'll look it up. Okay. From Michaela.
No, from must be is it your dad?
Oh no, he's just a friend. Oh, hello, Docs.
Oh, okay, a friend.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Okay. And he said that somebody's coming, so I said, yeah, I haven't seen anybody. And I looked out, so I took a little step and I said, there he is! Good chat. So do you want to come up and?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
But what's the deal here?
It's our home.
Okay.
My name's Renee.
Yep, I actually saw Solomon.
Solomon.
And I
two
saw
other people.
and I saw your daughter.
There hasn't been anybody all summer, and everybody came on one day.
I saw Michaela and her husband.
Oh, Leo.
Leo, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
and then there was
passed-
2 other paddlers as well.
I passed them too, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I've come from the Rocky Mountains.
And you haven't seen anybody?
Not a soul. And then today, like I've been paddling for 7 weeks. I think this might be week 8. And then today I see everybody on the whole river. I haven't seen a soul.
It's actually quite sad how underutilized.
I've got a YouTube channel, and so I've said that a few times to the camera, like, this is incredible that this is here.
You know, it's kind of nice.
That's what I've said.
It's kind of nice, but you know what? It's really sad. And I think years ago there was more action, because we said even this year there's nobody here. But if you want to tie up, it's dry.
Yep.
I can probably get you the cabin, but there's also a tent set up, whichever you would prefer if you want.
What's
you can't camp here because there's too many bugs and mud and there's bugs everywhere though.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's actually not bad.
How much is it for a cabin?
Oh no. We're more than welcome to.
What do you mean?
We love paddlers, so we're big paddlers. So I put some tea on, but like I said, your canoes, I don't think you need to.
You're not going to charge me?
Of course not. But
oh wow.
I would not drag it up the whole way. You know, but do you have a rope?
Yep.
Okay, so I would just secure it here. You know, bring it up, and then we'll get organized. You're going to come into this cabin right here.
The big one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've got some tea on, and then we'll get your bearings from there.
What's he eating? A fish? Fish skin. Oh wow, well that's incredible. I wasn't expecting free anything.
No, that's fine.
So that's a surprise to me. Thank you. Good evening. I've just got into bed. I've said it before a million times, and I'll probably say it a million times more, but how amazing are Canadians? When I pulled up, she said, you know what, sorry, she said, yeah, we've got a place for you. You can either camp or stay in the cabin. And I said, well, how much is a cabin? And she said, oh, nothing. She said, no, don't worry about it. I was like, what do you mean don't worry about it? You know, like, this is your job, but this is your income. Like, I didn't say that, but surely, you know, that's... I said, what, are you serious? You know, and she said, yeah. She said, you're a paddler. She said, we like paddlers. So, it's free. And not only that, but she made dinner. She showed me around, had a shower. And, you know, there's some things that I really wish I got on film. And just for the last few hours, I've just been talking with Solomon and Renee. Renee is the wife, Solomon is the husband. And, yeah, I just love it. I love hearing stories, and he has a lot of stories. He's been here for many years, his whole life. And, I don't know, a part of me was like, oh, I wish I got that on film, but then also it takes away the authenticity of it, you know, to pull out a camera and say, hey, can you say that again, you know, and instead it's my story, you know, it's like, it's his stories that he told me, and I like, you know, I wouldn't want to change that, because it would change everything. It would change the story. It would change the authenticity of it. So, but a really interesting. So many mosquitoes. Yeah, interesting guy, interesting couple, interesting family. How they're just out here in the middle of nowhere, and they've built everything themselves. And yeah, maybe tomorrow morning before I leave, I can do a bit of filming and walk around, and hopefully one of them will come with me and explain a few things so I can show you. Yeah, but again, I'm just here. They've put me in a cabin, and they don't want anything. So I'm going to go to bed, and yeah, see you in the morning. So I've just woken up here at Big Eddy Lodge. What a beautiful place, man. What a beautiful place to live. Like, imagine living here your whole life. Like, look at the river here. I'll show you around. I'll show you around this place. I haven't even looked. I got here late yesterday, so I just got here and went inside and started talking with Solomon and Renee, and had dinner, and then it got dark, so I can walk around and check it out and show you guys now. Let's go. Solomon and Renee are the parents of Michaela, who I met earlier in the boat. Together as a family, they host all kinds of retreats and workshops. They do guided wilderness canoe and snow adventures, log house building, survival skills, understanding local flora and fauna, and also professional retreats for writists, artists, yoga, and cultural retreats. Just visit their website, ASCIIholisticadventures.com. Good morning. Good morning. Joe, look at you. Oh, yeah. You were barking last night, weren't you?
Did you hear the dogs?
I did, but not for very long.
Oh, God, they're terrible.
Well, so wait a minute. You said that you were a paddler and you did racing, but you didn't say you were a world champion.
Yeah.
You're a world champion paddler.
Yeah. Marathon.
Marathon paddler.
Yeah. Long distances.
What in 87?
Yeah, that was our.
Oh, that's just the number
One
of
time we won. 1 year we won. We won. Was able to win 4 times.
Wow.
Different times. Yeah. But anyway, so what happened was my mom. I asked the town to take the sign down. And
This sign.
This one, it was in town as you drove into town.
Why did you ask? Why did you want that?
Well, I just thought, there's other people here that do good things
okay.
and stuff like that. So I said, take it down, and they did, and they brought it to my mom.
So you made this?
Yeah.
You built this?
Yeah. Leo did most of the. I did the log work. He did the finishing work.
Yeah.
I picked up those diamond willows.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I was just looking at that.
So I picked them up and yeah.
And they're all natural.
They're all natural, yeah. So you don't put anything on them. North America is more put stuff on it, and then they deteriorate. They put a sealant on it and all kinds of.
Right.
And it traps all the moisture in the log, and it becomes rotten from the inside.
Right.
This method, it doesn't. It's all natural.
And it allows it to breathe.
Yeah. And then there's even moss in the middle of
Yeah.
insulate the.
And on this
where
one?
the logs meet.
On this one? Mm-hmm. Well, the insulation.
Yeah. And then the ceiling there is poplar.
Yeah.
So we have a sawmill, and they cut that poplar.
And how'd you get
But he
those?
didn't even put anything on there.
How'd you get those big lengths up there?
Huh?
How'd you get those big logs up there?
Oh, we had
Like a pulley system.
a pulley system, and we figure it out. That's what the fun part of it. When you're in the off,
Yeah.
you have to
Yeah.
use your engineering skills.
Yeah, use your imagination.
Map.
Exactly.
The first person in here was my daughter Jacqueline. We buried her here, and then these are my friends that I've hunted with through the years. They wanted to come back here. They're from Michigan. So Jim and Ray, good friends, they're here. and then this is Jacqueline, of course. And then Renee's father. Ashley there. My mom over there. We brought her last year. She liked roses. I guess they grew some. They can come up.
This is their sauna. They've got a sauna over here, but this is the new. This is going to be the new one.
A massage room, I think. Because Michaela's will give massage for the clients, I guess. Hopefully me, I don't know.
Sounds like Michaela has a lot of skills.
Yeah. And then this is our other building. We're gonna make this for like a guest house. But here we've been involved with some log home training courses that we've started. So like off the grid places where you can make your own house. As we know, these trees are living beings, living like us, and we go harvest them, and we can make something out of them. And a log home we can do, and when you make something out of your hands and stuff like that, it's a good, and they can live longer.
Yeah.
So that's what these buildings here are. And when we did the course, some of the guys that come practice that notch. So this is what they just did. So as a practice, so they can see if they want to do it or not, or see how hard it is. Because it's a hard job, because it's lots of laboring.
Yeah.
Peeling.
Yeah.
Measuring, fun stuff once you get into it, if you like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you can see that you can create something. You can build this with a draw knife, an axe, a chisel with a mallet, and that's all you need.
Yeah.
And a saw.
Yeah.
And you can build a nice place.
Yeah. And are all these logs ready to go, or are they getting seasoned for next year?
Lumber out of them.
Yeah.
And then we can cover the roof and stuff like that. These are the only hardwood that we have around here. They're ash.
Okay.
Ash trees. They're not close by. We got to get them from quite a ways. And
how do you get them here?
We have in the winter we have a log hauler here. We put behind the snowmobile.
Oh wow.
Put it in between there, and we have the snowmobile here that pulls it. So we could bring some pretty big logs in here. It's lots of labor.
Yeah. So you just roll it on.
You just roll it on and drag it away. And then there's our big snowmobiles and sleighs over there.
Yeah.
That we pull around in the winter there, so we can bring our guests in here and pull our stuff. By a German that came here, he didn't know how to build, but he managed to make this structure. We call it the Ugly Shack. It's just our little warehouse, and that's all our saws in there.
Your grandfather's stuff. Wow.
They
Yeah.
have chainsaws. They had all these
Yeah.
saws. And when we were building the house here, they were under the
Oh, you found them? Wow.
deers. So Wolf killed that. So then I just pick it up, bring it here. And then the ones that are just single are sheds.
Is that what they do? They drop it in the... I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they just fall off every winter.
And then they grow back that
Grow
fast
back,
again.
yeah.
So these are all antlers and skulls of moose and deer that Solomon's found just walking around the forest.
These are the replicas of the birch bark canoes they used to build in the early 1600s, and before that probably, to travel as a bigger group.
For the fur trade.
Yeah, for the fur trade, and you could carry a bit more. So this is where Renee and I raised our family. There was my two daughters and Real, and we'd stay up there, and our guests would eat over here, you know, whatever, how many guests we'd have, and on the table there, Renee would be cooking on that side and feed our guests. And it was always like a home atmosphere that we were trying to create, right? And we certainly did with this, because it's so, you know, I always, growing up, I always wanted to, when we went to bed, I wanted to talk to my family. So I can talk whatever happened during that day. Maybe somebody would tell a story. All my family could tell stories, like bedtime stories, and we'd fall asleep to a bedtime story. My son was really good at it. He could continue his story. Me, I would just make random stories. So they never listen to me too much, but we could discuss many things into the night. As a family, that's really good, right? That's a shed I found.
Yeah.
And this is my daughter and I went way up into the barren grounds, and I picked that antler up. The wolf had killed caribou. We passed into the Northwest Territories. We were there on a trip, my daughter and I seen this out in a lake there. There were several there that the wolves killed. I picked this one up. There were just little things like that I did. The modern guy thinks he's doing a great job when he goes 2,000 meters.
Yeah.
This guy thinks he's doing a great job when he's gone 5,000 kilometers on his route.
Yeah.
And that's how these York boats were created, to haul all our fur and the goods that required the trade of the fur. 10 guys would row these York boats, and primarily they were indigenous people. So you hear more about the canoeing, but for probably 200-300 years, these York boat guys, which were indigenous people, were the guys that did all the work. And this is a replica or of what they used.
Wow.
And when you lift this, when you're rowing, it's a hard job. My ancestors did this. My grandfathers. The last guy to do it here into the 30s was my dad's uncle, and he just lived up over here. I listened to him telling the story of him rowing all day, and then his hands were just all blistered.
Yeah.
And he would go and get some diamond willow, and that's what his treatment was. He'd put it in the fire at night, warm it up, hold that diamond willow, and that's how he cured his hands.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. The scene there says, "You live to serve this ship. Row hard, and you live."
Yeah.
And then there's a crack of the whip.
Yeah.
And you just... This part you see in the yard here was the river.
Just here, where this bank goes down.
So
Okay.
this was the river bank then. This area here was called the Big Eddy.
Okay.
This is where the eddy was.
Okay. That's why.
It's called Big Eddy.
So the river's just constantly just moving, eh? Constantly changing.
I don't know if it would have moved that fast, but the dams came.
You're right.
And then they took the water away. So this is the last corner of the other older guy, older than my father, lived here. You can see the log structure he had.
Okay, wow, so that's the remainder of it.
Yeah.
I'm actually still here at Big Eddy Lodge. It's probably about 2 o'clock now. And I decided a couple of hours ago that I wasn't going to paddle today. I left it too late in the day. I was walking around with Solomon, and he was showing me his place and telling me lots of stories. I love it. And as you may have heard earlier, Solomon is a champion rower, so he's going to take my canoe out and show me all the things I've been doing wrong. Because as you know, I'm self-taught. I've never canoed before this trip, so it'd be great to get some advice off him. So he's going to show me a few things. From listening to Solomon's stories about the history of the area, the local nature, and the animal encounters he's had not too far from his house, and also being a champion marathon paddler or endurance paddler. Being the self-taught paddler that I am, it was a real privilege to get some tips and pointers on paddling techniques. Now I read every comment on each and every one of my videos, and the one that I get a lot is, "Tom, you have to learn the J-stroke." And believe it or not, I do actually practice it. But not only do I keep taking the skin off my knuckles every time I try, but I just keep naturally reverting back to what works comfortably for me. But after speaking with Solomon, he says, do not do the J-stroke. He said if you want to get the most efficiency out of paddling, then keep your paddle straight and swap sides when you need to, which could be 4 or 5, maybe 6 strokes. So that's what I'm going to practice moving forward. That's so much faster than what I paddled. Oh man, he puts me to shame. So once again, please like, share, subscribe, and say hi in the comments below. And if you want to support my channel in a bigger way, then please consider becoming a patron, where you'll get first opportunity to come sailing with me, real-time updates, and much more. Just click the link in the description below. And thanks for watching.